What's up, everyone? Mass Singer fans, our fans, however many of you there are. Your boy T Max is back again this week. Group A finale. This was fantastic. This was a great episode. I loved the performances. We had a great time. Okay. Obviously, not as much to talk about as a whole for the people themselves, just mostly the performances and only one unmasking. But it was, the Bull versus the Skunk in the Group A final. I have been a fan of the Bull the entire season. That has been my top dog the whole time, although I do like the Skunk. Was very excited for this. Fun thing they did this season. In these semifinals now, where they're going to go from 4 total to 2 total, 2 from each group to 1 from each group. These are my notes, just so no one thinks I'm being stupid. So the Bull, well, let's start with this. The Bull started us off on the night with a great performance doing Straight Up by Paula Abdul, which is, a classic song that J. Cole, of course, sampled. One of the best performances of all time on this show. I don't necessarily care about the dancing. I don't think the dancing should make the performance. I don't think the dancing should be the reason that people, vote for someone. But it was just unreal, the things that he was doing on the stage. And then his voice was a killer. He was hitting even more crazy falsetto notes tonight. And I just about lost my mind watching this dude go to work on the stage. It was so much fun. And then I've come up with a new guest for the Bull. I'm finally finding a reason to move away from Gavin DeGraw as my guest, okay? They've been doing these little tiny things all season where some celebrity friend of one of the performers gets a little thing and they're like, hey, whoever it is, it's your friend. And this one was Matthew Morrison, Mr. something or other from Glee, okay? I haven't watched all of Glee, so I don't remember. He's the teacher on Glee. And so, based on the clues that have come up so far, including some LGBTQ community clues, or at least, relations this week, I am now on the train that the Bull is Darren Criss. I think they finally got him on the show. They've been guessing his name for multiple seasons, and I think this might finally be Darren Criss. And I wouldn't be surprised if it was him. I would be very happy to see that because he's been killing it. And Darren Criss is a very talented person. Okay? But then we got the Skunk. And the Skunk did I've Never Loved a Man by Aretha Franklin. Aretha Franklin, a legend in her own right. This was a killer performance as well, in my own opinion. The Skunk obviously started off on a sour note for me. I didn't like the Skunk's first performance. Ever since then, it has been killer, through the roof, absolutely just bringing the house down every time she steps on the stage. I'm very happy we got to listen to her again tonight. And so, I didn't think it was as good as the Bull, but that's saying, it's hard to really compare the two. They're in very different veins. That's one thing that the judges mentioned as well. They both have their own styles and stuff. But it was a very strong performance. I appreciated it. I love the soul that we got, tonight from Skunk. And it was really good. My dad was thinking Tina Turner. Both my parents thought it sounded like Tina Turner. And I was like, I don't think it's Tina Turner. But, then we got back on the Faith Evans train. Well, Ken started talking about Mary J. Blige. I was like, okay. But, Nicole and Robin still on the Faith Evans train. And you know what? I'm there with them. Not because I know who Faith Evans is or know a lot of her music, but just because the way they've talked about it and connected the clues, that's what makes sense for me. So that's just what I'm sticking with, But then we got into the special treats for the semifinals of this season. The 2 remaining performers from each group are doing a duet with another famous, musician and stuff. And so we kicked it off with the Bull singing with Season 3 runner-up The Turtle, Jesse McCartney. I loved Jesse McCartney on the show. I thought he should have won. He didn't, but it's okay. He was just, of all the seasons so far, he's one of my favorites that has been on the show. And they sang Break Even by The Script. Right? Normally, I wouldn't think that would be like a big duet kind of fun performance thing, but they were so good. Oh, so good. The Bull was good. Jesse McCartney was good. They harmonized very well. It was so much fun to listen to. I had such a good time watching that. The Bull didn't even try to show off a ton. He just still sounded really good. And Jesse McCartney is very talented. And I just had great appreciation for this performance. But then, and these were these were both so good. The Skunk performed with Michael Bolton. Okay? Michael Bolton is a very talented singer as well. Michael Bolton has a great voice. They sang Ain't No Mountain High Enough. And it was fantastic. Oh, it was so good. I loved it. Again, the Skunk. So much soul. So much heart. All kinds of emotions in the performance. It's very fun. Michael Bolton, just a great voice. He's so fun to listen to. So, again, not as much dissection this week or figuring out who people are because there's only 2 people and they didn't give us a whole lot. I guess they gave us a little bit, right? This week they were like, oh, who is the it was this tip of the tongue clue, and it was basically they were eliminating someone or people that the judges have been guessing all season. So for the Bull, they eliminated the entire cast of Hamilton because they've been saying that they think this is someone from Hamilton all season. So that is another reason that I can stick with Darren Criss, because I'm pretty confident that Darren Criss has not been in Hamilton. So I feel good about that. And then I don't remember who they eliminated as a guest for the Skunk because I didn't really recognize the name, and I feel bad. But it was just great performances all around tonight. It was so fun, so fun. And then we get to elimination, and apparently this is one of the closest votes in the history of The Masked Singer. But I got my wish. The Bull is going on to the finals. The Bull is going on to the finals. This is one of the only times you're ever going to hear me rooting for any sort of Bulls, all right, as a Bucks fan. Just had to throw that side note in there. It was one of the only times you're ever going to hear that. But I love the Bull. I'm very happy that he's going on to the finals. So, we come to find out who's the Skunk going to be. Okay? We were split even by the panelists. Ken and Jenny both went with Mary J. Blige. Nicole and Robin both went with Faith Evans. Faith Evans was Robin's first impression guest, so he could finally get on the board, all right, with Nicole and Ken both having 1 point so far. Nicole and Ken have a point so far. Jenny and Robin do not. And as it turns out, it was Faith Evans. So, I'm not taking any credit for saying I knew that was going to be Faith Evans because all I did was say, yeah, that makes sense to what the judges were saying. So I'll appreciate that I felt good about following them on this one, but that's about it. So Faith Evans was unmasked. She did a great job this season. Although I wanted it to be the Pepper, I would have wanted the Pepper to lose to the Bull anyways. I'm not really that mad. Faith Evans was an absolute killer this season. This is the first time I've ever really heard her sing, so it was fantastic to be brought in like that. I thought it was a good time. This episode was great. I cannot wait for next week where we get the Banana Split versus Queen of Hearts. I hope that the Queen of Hearts moves on. I'm interested to see who they duet with each next week. And I hope that the Queen of Hearts moves on. There's no guarantees. Realistically, I probably won't be upset either way, just because whoever wins next week and moves on to the finals, I want to see get second anyways because I want the Bull to win. But come on right back next week. I'm going to talk about it some more, give you guys more silly ideas that I might have, even though there's not a lot left to talk about. I'll just be reviewing the performances mostly and fangirling a bit. So that's whatever it is, Either way, I hope you guys like this stuff. Um, Hopefully, I'll end up being right about the bowl in the end on like all the fronts. Um, so either way, my name's Tristan, representing the Binge Boys. You can find us on Twitter at Binge Boys. You can find us on Instagram and TikTok at the Binge Boys. Um, you know, like, subscribe, comment here, follow us on Spotify as well. We do weekly episodes of our podcast where we talk about TV shows, movies, and a couple extra fun little segments. Otherwise, it's the holiday season. It's a very giving time. We're trying to give you guys more content, more stuff to appreciate. And yeah, I'll be back next week. Peace out, you all.